Definitely one of the biggest names in the industry. Whether you like him or not, I got to admit he's a pretty good YouTuber. But can he trade? That's what we'll find out in this video.
Bam, target one. Yeah. Make sure you guys put your stops to break even, take some profit. If not, take profit. Do what you got to do. Make some money today. Let's make money today. Let's not lose. There it is. Target two. What a trade. What a morning.
Mamba has been around for a very long time, and say what you want, the guy is working hard. He's now posting almost one video every day on YouTube, and he's trading live in front of more than 600 people every morning on Discord. So what I'll do is I'll skip talking about the stereotypes, the purple Lambos and McLarens, and I'll go straight to what really matters for us. So I subscribe to his VIP Discord channel to see for myself if it's real or not. When you join the Discord channel, you land here, and I was pleasantly surprised to see that there is a huge community of traders chatting here every day. The VIP members have access to a lot of different chats to ask questions and discuss with other traders. Mamba and another guy named Weasley are also there to answer our questions every morning. Honestly, I was expecting a basic Telegram chat with one trade per day and nothing more. And I'm impressed with everything that is included in this Discord channel. And here you have access to recording of past trading sessions. So I went ahead and watched a few to know what it was like. I really like how Mamba trades. So every morning he shows up at the same time, 5 minutes before the US stock market opens. And if you also show up to the stream, well, you can copy his trades. But you can also learn a lot because you see him draw his lines and then he takes actions on those lines. And for me, this is where the real value really is. So let's break it down a bit. First, he will identify trends or range on NASDAQ or on the Dow Jones, also known as US 30 and US 100. On a small time frame like the 15-minute charts, he will wait for the price to break out of his newly drawn range or trend lines. His technique is very simple. He will usually place two stop orders, so one buy stop above the current price and one sell stop under the price. That way, when the price will eventually break out of his range, he will jump in the trade automatically and ride the impulsion, and then delete the pending order that didn't got activated on the other side of the chart. Once Mamba is in the trade, he will always place 5 targets on the chart, and the first target is always close to a 1-to-1 risk ratio. When he hits the first target, and if the price was having a hard time getting there, or if it stalls there, he will most likely close his trades. If he feels that the impulsion might continue, or if the momentum is still strong and the price pushes past through the first target easily, he will usually place his stop loss at the entry level to protect the remaining of the position and wait for further development. My first week in the channel was very impressive. Mamba is currently on a winning streak and all the recordings are available so we can see what happened in the past. Because of the format of the product, which is an access to a live stream, Mamba doesn't write in the channel like you would normally see in most Signal channel. And because of that, the channel is not copier friendly. But that's totally okay because there's actually a lot more going on here. This means you actually have to show up to the stream every morning to get the trades. This is not a bad thing because you can definitely learn a lot by watching him trade live. I think it's actually better than a regular Signal where the Signal providers only send his entries and targets without any drawing or any explanation as to what they saw or why they decided to take that trade. So today I was able to watch the live stream and the trade we got was a short on US 30 and we almost reached the first take profit level in a matter of seconds. But before we had time to react, the price retraced to my entry level and eventually spiked to the upside to hit my stop loss. Mamba called the stop loss and went on to find other trade ideas on NASDAQ. Finally, the market was very choppy and mostly ranging with no clear directions, so 30 minutes later he decided to end the day with a small loss. On my side, I lost $65, so approximately 0.6% on my 10K account. I'm not mad at all, his analysis was legit, the plan was clear and respected the usual rules, the market was just undecided. What I'm the most sad about is that Mamba usually posts a recording of the stream in less than 5 minutes after the trading session is over, and he never posted this one, probably because it was negative. I would have liked to show you the trade setup, and I don't think you should be ashamed to show this particular trading session, because losses are part of trading and the setup was textbook what he usually trades. Anyway, like he said, see you tomorrow for another scalping session. The trading session of today was very nice. We jumped into a short on that little red arrow and closed the trade on the first target level only 2 minutes after on that little blue arrow. And I'm still figuring out lot size because everything happens so fast in this stream. So with this trade now banked, I'm up 3.5% on the week. Let me do a quick pause here. I want to show you something that I think every trader should have. This is the Pioneer Clock by Trading Times. So it's a 24-hour clock designed specifically for traders. The cool part is it doesn't just tell time, it actually shows the major trading sessions around the world. So instead of always Googling or trying to figure out if London is open, if New York is about to start, or if Tokyo is closing, you just glance at the clock and instantly knows which markets are active. It makes timing your trades way easier and it really brings a professional touch to your trading setup. If you want to grab one for yourself, I'll leave a link below. Today the stream started early, Mamba called for a buy on Nasdaq, and finally it was a false breakout and we hit our stop loss. Then it seemed like the price was about to break to the downside, so Mamba didn't hesitate. The price action was respecting his breakout strategy, so he called for the short and we jumped into the second trade with no hesitation. And something like 15 minutes later, the price finally broke to the downside and went to the first target. Mamba took 50% out of the position on the first level for a 1-to-1, and he said that he will hold the rest of his position until the last take profit for a 5-to-1. On my side, I closed the entire position at 1-to-1, so I end my day with a break even. The positions were smaller today because it was my first time trading the US tech, and Mamba told us to go with a smaller risk on that trade. Another day in profit, I closed my position on his first target on that little red arrow, and literally in the next candle, the price reached the second target. It would have been nice to hold my position a little longer, but I'm still trying to figure out his trading style. The strike rate on target 1 seems very good, but once the price reached the first target, it's not always clear how much of the position to close and what to do with the remaining. And since it really messes your risk reward to close partial profits early, I decided to take most of my profits on TP1 and focus on the strike rate instead of on the higher risk reward ratio. And while I was writing down notes for this video, Mamba changed to the Nasdaq chart and called the market short while the price was already falling, and he claimed a target 1 right away. He then admits that that was pretty quick and that most of us would have gotten a worse entry, but the trade would still be in profit. It was a bit quick, but as of writing this, the price is still falling and there was clearly profit to be made.
Target 1 for Nasdaq. Push below our next support zone. There we go. Even if you got a late entry, you're for sure at a 1-to-1 now. Pushed even past that. Make sure you guys take some profit here.
I stuck with the 1-lot trade even though it's a bit on the low side for a 10K account, but since everything happens so fast every morning, I feel more comfortable with a smaller lot. We can't really calculate the exact same stop loss as Mamba. We just check the lines on the chart and try to move our stop loss to a similar place, so it's a bit hard to calculate the risk per trade. So usually with 1 lot, I'm usually risking 40 to 50 bucks per trade. For the rest of the review, I'll stick with 1 lot and we'll be able to extrapolate the stats from there. One thing that I noticed is that because of the fact that you place the trades yourself and then you manage them yourself, waiting for Mamba's next call, it makes you feel a bit like it's your own trade, and then my ego kicked in, and what happened for the next few trades is that since we always have a slightly worse entry than Mamba, I tried to wait for a retest or for Mamba to be in drawdown so I could get a better entry than him, and I ended up missing 2 trades in a row that flew straight to the first target without ever going into drawdown. And on the other side, when Mamba calls for a target 1 hit for a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, my positions were a bit worse, so I waited a bit more for the price to reach closer to his target 2 to make a more realistic 1-to-1 risk reward on my side. And I ended up closing these trades back at break even and finishing the day with nothing. If I had simply listened to Mamba, those trades would all have been profits, even though it would have been closer to 0.5% gain per trade while risking 1%. Overall, I closed the month at 3%. I missed some of the trades as I just mentioned, and I could have made more money on some other trades. Also, since it's a Discord channel, you get lots of friend requests from fake accounts. So you gotta be careful. Obviously, Mamba is not trying to add me as a friend, so please guys, these accounts are fake and they are not the real Mamba. So I'm pleased with what I saw. just watching Mamba trade every morning is probably worth more than some of the courses I've reviewed in the past. If you want to make money on autopilot while you sleep, this is not the channel for you. But if you join his Discord with an open mind and an appetite for improving your own trading, you will probably get your money's worth. The official link is in the description below. Let me know what you think and of course what channel I should review next.